What's going on YouTube? My name is Darren. I am the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I talk about fragrance and fashion on this channel. So looking good and smelling great. So if that's your thing as well, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon as well, so that way anytime a new video is uploaded, you guys will be one of the first to get notified. On today's video, guys, I want to cover a topic here, some mass appealing fragrances that can be worn by anybody. Now, I say that because some fragrances are a little bit more artistic in some cases. You know, I myself have gotten really into fragrances that are very unique, but that comes from smelling so many fragrances and then smelling so many things that are similar to other stuff that you really start to look for that creativity. So that's where that comes from. But the fragrances I'm going to talk about today, any guy, anytime, any place, anywhere can throw these fragrances on, regardless of kind of where they're going. And I think these fragrances are going to work for anybody. They're mass appealing. In most cases, most people that you come into contact with are going to like these kind of fragrance DNAs. Now, guys, from looking at the fragrances that are on this list, and I did not do this intentionally when compiling this list. Number one, most of these fragrances are very affordable. So when you start talking about most guys, that's one of the things you want to take into consideration. Can most guys afford the fragrances? So most of the fragrances on this list, with the exception of one, I would say is extremely affordable, but I got some information about that for other fragrances. The other thing, of course, is when I looked at the scent profiles, a lot of these fragrances had similar notes. One of the notes that you will see consistently over and over in this video with these fragrances, and again, this was not done intentionally, was the note of lavender, which is to me, a universally clean, masculine note. You find lavender in fougères. So it's a clean, masculine note that you find in a lot of men's fragrances. You'll find that note in a lot of the fragrances on the list today. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and run the intro, and when we come back, we're going to jump into it. Some mass appealing fragrances that can be worn by any guy. If you want to see what's on the list, you know the routine. Keep it live right here. Let's get it.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into the video. This fragrance was actually released this year, and I've talked very glowingly about this fragrance. One of the best releases of the year to me for my taste. From the brand of Polo, this is Polo Red Puffin. Polo Red Parfum. Love this fragrance right here. What you're going to get with this is blood orange, lavender, musk. Those are some of the main notes to my nose. All right, blood orange, especially that blood orange note, so prominent in the opening of this fragrance. And like I said, that lavender really comes in and gives that very relatable kind of masculine feel to this fragrance. I'm telling you guys, this is one you got to get your nose on. I know Polo doesn't have the best reputation for fragrances, but you got to get your nose on this, man. When it starts to dry down, you also get a little bit of a powderiness in this fragrance. I think it's coming from that orris. Musk, again, another universally masculine male note. Guys, trust me on this one. Get your nose on this one fragrance. I think you guys would love it. Any guy can wear this. And again, it is well received. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this fragrance. From the brand of Polo, this is Polo Red Puffin. All right, guys, the next fragrance on the list, I don't think this fragrance gets anywhere near the amount of love that it deserves. From the brand of Dolce & Gabbana, this is Dolce & Gabbana K, and this is the EDP concentration. The EDP concentration. Now, what you're going to get in this fragrance right here, you're going to get some fig, lavender, geranium, cedarwood. A lot of woods on the dry down of this fragrance as well. I think sandalwood may be in here as well, but the highlight is the fig, and again, that lavender combination that you get in this fragrance. It's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? I like this a lot better than I like the EDT. You know, I didn't buy the EDT. I thought it was okay when I smelled it, but when I smelled the EDP, I said I had to add it to my collection. I love fig, and again, you got that very traditional feel to this fragrance. That lavender in here works really well with the fig. Any guy can wear this, and again, Most places that you go, I feel very confident most people you come into contact with are going to like the way you smell with this kind of scent and DNA. That's what the list is about. So check this out from the brand of Dolce & Gabbana. This is called K. And again, this is the Eau de Parfum. All right, guys, the next fragrance up on the list is one, again, that I ranted and raved about. To me, definitely one of the top 2 fragrance releases from the year 2020. This and Pasha de Cartier, which is Pasha de Cartier Parfum or something like that. Anyway, that one was great. But this one was just as good from the brand of YSL. This is Homme Le Parfum. And you guys know how much I ranted and raved about this fragrance. I absolutely love this scent DNA. You're going to get some ozonic notes in this. You're going to get some geranium. Geranium is another note you see a lot on this list as well. This stuff is just amazing, man. It dries down. You get some of that amber wood in there as well, which really just ties the fragrance all together. This is just such an easy to wear, highly complimented, well-received fragrance. And again, I really feel like any guy, this kind of scent DNA, you can wear this regardless of where you're going and who you're going to come in contact with. Most people well-received scent DNA. And again, that's really what the list is kind of centered around. So check this one out, guys. I've talked a lot about it. A lot of you have tried it based on my recommendation, and you love it as well, and you've seen the results. From the brand of YSL, Homme Le Parfum. Get it in your life. All right, guys, the next fragrance up on the list is one that was kind of been, I've talked about several times on the channel as well. But if you talk about just kind of mass appealing scent DNAs, and I'm pretty sure that's was the intent when the fragrance was made. This is from Draco, and this is the S-Boy fragrance. All right, this is S-Boy by Draco. I'm gonna tell you what I love about this fragrance, man. The sweetness. All right, that sweetness contrasted with that masculine feel. What you're gonna get with this fragrance, man? Again, very sweet vanilla, caramel. So you got these very sweet notes in the fragrance, but it's contrasted and grounded very well by some very universally masculine fragrance notes. There's oak moss in here. There's lavender in this scent. So again, very playful, sweet, mass appealing. Again, you combine those sweet elements, combine that with those very traditional masculine elements as well that you normally find in men's fragrances like oak moss and lavender. And you get this very mass appealing scent DNA right here. Now, again, I talked about this earlier. I said there was one fragrance that wasn't as cheap as the other ones. But here's the trick with this one, guys. Use the shop pay option on this. Use the shop pay option on this fragrance right here. And you can pay in installments. So it's like making it paying in 4, instead of paying all at one time. So that'll kind of, even the playing field with a lot of these other fragrances that are a lot less expensive. But if you're looking for something mass appealing, this is gonna get the job done, guys. From the brand of Draco. Of course, this is called S-Boy. All right, guys, the next fragrance up on the list comes from the brand of Salvatore Ferragamo, and this was Acqu Di Blue. Another fragrance that I really sang the praises of it when I first got it in my collection. I got it for about $17, which is unbelievable. But I love this fragrance. You're gonna get some lemon in this. You're gonna get some lavender. You're gonna get some sweetness on the dry down of tonka bean, a very kind of oceanic feel in this as well. You get some ambroxan in here. It kind of hints at the Blue de Chanel DNA. But again, for what you're gonna pay for this, guys, you gotta get this in your collection, man. It is so freaking easy to wear, so freaking mass appealing, and it's so freaking good. Seriously. Guys, if you don't have this yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. Get this in your collection, man. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, this is Acqu Di Gio Blue. I absolutely love this fragrance. All right, guys, the next fragrance up on the list comes from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier, and this is Le Beau Le Parfum. Le Beau Le Parfum, very simple to me, man. The main notes that you get in this right here, you're gonna get that pineapple, you're gonna get that coconut, and you're gonna get the tonka bean. So that sweetness when it dries down, I love that coconut tonka bean combination in this scent. And the opening with that really juicy pineapple. This fragrance is so freaking good, man. Honestly, again, very mass appealing. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this fragrance. It has that kind of scent DNA. And like I said, theme of the list, it's mass appealing. Most people that you're gonna come into contact with, regardless of what setting you're going in, this fragrance just smells good. I mean, and that's what this, and in simplest form, that's what fragrance is all about, man. So If you haven't checked this one out yet, I highly recommend it. It's from the brand of Jean-Paul Gaultier, and then again, this is called Le Beau Parfum. All right, guys, the next fragrance up comes from the brand of Montblanc, and this is Legend Spirit. Legend Spirit, always been a fan of this, very mass appealing fragrance right here, very mass appealing scent DNA. And what you're gonna get from this fragrance right here, man, you get some pink pepper, you get, again, here's that note again, lavender, and I love that clean white musk. White musk to me comes off very, very clean. It helps to really clean up a fragrance. So you combine that with lavender. And that's what you get. You get a fragrance like this that's very, very clean and crisp. This is like one of those fragrances when it's hot outside in the summertime. You just want to put this on and go out into the world and let them enjoy how great you smell. Honestly, that's what this makes me think about, man. From the presentation of it with the white bottle to the clean white musk and lavender combination in this fragrance. And again, for what you're gonna pay for this, it's stealing, man. Get this in your collection if you don't have it yet, guys. You can probably find this for 30, 40 bucks, and that's criminal. From the brand of Montblanc, this is called Legend Spirit. All right, guys, another highly slept on fragrance that is definitely mass appealing. It smells phenomenal, in my humble opinion. From the brand of Bulgari, this is Man Wood Neroli. Check out the bottle. I love the bottle and the presentation on this. Of course, main notes in this, neroli, obviously. You're gonna get some orange blossom. You're gonna get some white musk in this one as well, and you're also going to get some ambergris. But really, the theme of the fragrance is centered around that neroli. And again, well received. Anytime I've worn this fragrance, most environments you go into, people are going to really think that you smell really pleasant, and that's why I love neroli. Neroli really, really works on my skin. Really love the way it comes across. Some people say it kind of smells like baby wipes, kind of powdery in a way if you kind of want to look at it from that standpoint. But I love it. It works really well on my skin. And this is another one, guys, that you're going to find for a really, really inexpensive price. So smell good, don't have to pay a lot of money. Win-win situation. Check it out from the brand of Bulgari. This is Wood Neroli. All right, guys, next up on the list, this is a fragrance from the brand of Armaf, and this is Club de Nuit Milestone. And of course, this one smells almost exactly like Creed's Millesime Imperial. You get those C notes, that aquatic vibe in here. You get some bergamot, some sandalwood, and musk. But again, if you smelled Millesime Imperial, then you smell this, because this is what that fragrance smells like. But if you've never smelled Millesime Imperial from Creed and you've always wanted a fragrance that smells exactly like it, then you need to get yourself a bottle of this. Very easy wear scent profile, very well received, very well liked by most people that you come into contact with. So check it out, guys, from the brand of Armaf. This is Club de Nuit Milestone. All right, guys, and last but not least, to round this list out, this one is from the brand of Prada. This is Prada Luna Rosa Ocean. Absolutely love this fragrance. I think it came out in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. And I love this fragrance, man. You get some pink pepper in here. There's that lavender again. You get lavender, a little bit of a powdery nuance from iris. And what I've always loved about this fragrance is the contrast that is offered by the note of caramel. When I talk about fragrances, although this was a flanker of a long lineage from that Luna Rosa line, all of them are very different from one another. All the fragrances from the Luna Rosa line are really different, and that caramel really gave a unique smell to this scent profile when it dries down. I love the fact that they infuse this fragrance with a sweet note like caramel to go with those more clean, more powdery nuances from the other notes in this composition. It just really gave it a unique feel. Love this fragrance. It is very mass appealing. It smells absolutely phenomenal. So again, I highly recommend this one as well. As a matter of fact, that whole Luna Rosa line is dynamic. But check this one out. Again, from the Prada Luna Rosa lineage of fragrances, this one is called Luna Rosa Ocean. But that is it, guys. That is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today. As always, I hope you take a few moments out to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to smell good. I love to look amazing. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling great. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.